What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Sinéad O'Connor. And we're moving on to the next album, Universal Mother 1994. A few folks have commented they've been looking forward to this one. And yes, when I got this ready, I went to the Discogs master release, which I often do when I'm starting a new album, just so I get a sense of what tunes are on the official or original release. And thus, if there's any tunes beyond that in the folder, I get a sense right away that they are bonus tracks, or maybe they were added to a later edition of the album. But what I noticed when I did that is the first track in the playlist is shown as being by Germaine Greer, and it's called Germaine, so maybe that's an introduction. Either way, because of that, I queued up the first and second tracks in the folder. The second one, shown as being by Sinéad O'Connor, is called Fire on Babylon. And the way that's phrased makes me think about the manner in which Babylon is used in Rastafari and reggae creative enterprises, which is further to say, in those contexts, Babylon essentially means anything out in the world that is not desirable and which must be struggled against or overcome. So maybe that's the context it's used here. Maybe it refers to a fire in ancient Mesopotamian and indeed Babylonian history. But if that's the case, I'll try to catch what I can. Either way, I was interested by the phrasing. It sounds like the kind of song that would come from a reggae artist. In any case, let's give them both a listen. This is the opening to Sinéad O'Connor's 1994 album Universal Mother, starting with a track called Germaine, which apparently features Germaine Greer on vocals, and then Fire on Babylon.
I do think that women could make politics irrelevant. By a kind of spontaneous cooperative action, the like of which we have never seen, which is so far from people's ideas of state structure and viable social structure that seems to them like total anarchy. And what it really is very subtle forms of interrelation, which do not follow a sort of hierarchical pattern, which is fundamentally patriarchal. The opposite to patriarchy is not matriarchy, but fraternity. And I think it's women who are going to have to break the spiral of power and find the trick of cooperation.
Oh.
children of God. Change has come. Fire on Babylon. Fire. 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 Fire on Babylon. Oh yes, a change has come. Look what she did to her son. Look what she did to her son. Fire.
Wow. What an opening to this album. So I think there is some direct relationship there between the reggae style usage of the term Babylon and even the sonic stylings that really did feel a bit reggae. I mean, there were aspects of it that went a bit afield of that. Like some of the guitar work sounded less like reggae guitar and more like a bit of, art rock guitar or something with a bit of an edge. But the rhythms and the flow of the track certainly felt reggae style. Her vocals, incredible, especially the passionate, shouted, and extended, flourishing articulations of fire. But yes, given that intro by Germaine Greer, which talks about getting past and toppling patriarchy, but not by just flipping it in the other direction and making it matriarchy, but talking about fraternity and by extension sorority, brotherhood, sisterhood, working together, cooperating, and finding new ways of interacting that are more equitable and more universally appropriate. It feels like that's kind of what she's saying here, is that Babylon, and of course, there's a woman of Babylon, shall we say, that is referenced in various Abrahamic religions, like in Revelations as being, a herald or a sign of corruption and decadence and so on. I don't know if that's what's happening here, though again, I think you could interpret it through that lens. But the idea that this female personification of Babylon has taken away her father, her sisters, and, corrupted or destroyed her own son. So it sounds like it's commentary about antiquated and patriarchal ways of doing things that are now going to fall by the wayside as a change is coming, which again, it's very reggae thematic styling. So yeah, love her vocals, love the sonic stylings, curious about the lyrics if I'm seeing them the right way, and definitely an incredible way to start an album. So curious to hear what everyone has to say. Let me know, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.